Hello guys, I'm Alex Koloskov, and well, this is how iKill Studio looks like these days. A couple days ago we had a Halloween party here, and I know, if you know, this is basically the basement of our house, the studio, so it was easy to, to get a lot of friends and run like a costume party for Halloween. And we are shooting here. We got around 1,500 photos. I was shooting like crazy for 4 or 5 hours with some breaks, with a lot of fun all around. That was probably, the best party for photographer. So, before disassemble everything, it's time to clean studio. I would like to share with you how I did the lighting setup, all the thoughts. There is nothing special here, but I'm sure you guys will like to know and to see all these little preparations we did and how we got those shots, because they look really nice. So, let's start from the camera. I was using Canon 5D Mark II. This is my workhorse for stuff like this, people and non-critical shots, I would say. 2470 Canon lens, L, 2.8 L lens. This is, well, it's good lens. It's good everyday lens, great range, quality, everything is cool. It's L grade, so no issues with that. Obviously, I had 1/200 of a second shutter speed. I was using strobes, meaning my shutter speed is X-sync of the camera shutter speed, right? And that's how I should always when I work with strobes. Aperture was f7.1. It was just enough to a little blur background and to get in focus on that distance. It was mostly full body shots. I was using somewhere between 60 and 70 millimeter zoom of this lens. And ISO 100, obviously. With strobes, I don't have any issues with getting as much light as I need. And well, this is it. You see, I was using the angle finder. That's really cool thing when you shoot people and full body shots. I'm relatively tall guy, more than 6 feet, right? If I shoot like this, it's a little bit, especially if I shoot, girls, a little bit lower than me. And it's not a good idea to shoot like this, like from top to down. It's good to shoot like that. And it's easy to use angle finder. You just go and shoot it this way. This is Canon Angle Finder C. It rotates. I can shoot like this, I can shoot like that. It has a magnification from 2.5 to 125, which is basically 1:1, almost like a 1:1 shots. And it's really good for stuff like this. You can have your back straight, because for 6 hours doing, shooting like this, it's probably not a good idea. I didn't use a tripod because, again, everybody was moving. It was very rapid shots, a lot of emotions, and well, it was much easier to do it handheld. Again, no issues with camera being shaken or anything like that. With strobes, effective shutter speed, I would say, it dictates by strobe flash duration, was around 1/1000 of a second, meaning no issues with camera movements or model movements. This is it. Now let me tell you about the lighting setup, why we have lights here and there, and we'll do several shots with like one light, then 2 lights, then 3 lights, then the rest. So you'll see the role of each light on the scene. Okay, so I was shooting tethered. I was shooting Tethered on Lightroom 4 using external monitor, I mean 2 monitors, one laptop, another one was positioned towards the shooting area, meaning people were able to see immediate result and, you know, play emotion, adjust poses as the way they like. Because on shots like this, everything is quite, you know, on stage. We do whatever we like. It's just fun. So it's good to show people, you know, to let them see immediate result after each shot. You see now I have camera on a tripod, and we'll be shooting alone just using this remote trigger I have somewhere in my pocket. So the studio, background, you see all the stuff I got from outside. Well, all the decoration, except, well, this guy was not here actually. The chain, we didn't use it. The lighting setup. Well, let me show you. Already, let me show you the lighting setup. 3 main lights. The very first one is this. This is a parabolic umbrella, PLM umbrella from Paul Sibaf on white lighting. And this is really good light for this kind of shots. I'll tell you why a little bit later. One light colored gel is here, one is here, and one is here. All those lights was made for highlighting our backstage, basically all this spider web and stuff like this. For people, only 3 lights. The strip box with grid, large strip box, a little behind on the left. Then this beauty dish with honeycomb grid again, and this light, main light. So why exactly like this? You see, the idea of this setup and the whole thing is a Halloween shot, right? It should be something relatively in the darkness, kind of, right? And the lights, we shouldn't have much spilling lights all around. That's why I use light modifiers with less diffusion. That big PLM umbrella without any diffuser in front of it, right? We can have it like big diffuser to make it like a soft box. I didn't use it. That PLM parabolic umbrella creates huge, relatively big spot, but still it's spot, it's directional light from there. This beauty dish, it's still directional light. It got a spot right here. Basically it was made to highlight the faces and create shadows under the chain and well, whatever is needed. The idea is not to have flat lighting, because if I put the larger soft boxes, it will be just flat, it never look good. I always like with portraits a little bit dramatic lighting, meaning shadows, sometimes dark shadows on the faces, on the body, and everywhere. And same here, strip box with grid. Grid limits the lighting spread. It's more directional light if you put a grid on anything, on any lights. Same on this strip box. For example, if I would need even more directional light from that strip box, what would we do? We take out this front diffuser, the white one, and it will be almost, well, same idea as parabolic umbrella, right? We'll have a grid, but no diffuser behind it. you can detach in most softboxes. You can take out that front diffuser, and in this case you'll have even more directional light. So this is initial setup. Like I said, those 3 colored gels was mostly to highlight you know, all these props all around, and only 3 lights for people. So let's start. Let's turn on our light. Now I'm going to turn on all of them. You hear the sound? It's a fans of Pulse buff lighting. Nothing bad in it, but they quite noticeable, I would say. Okay, so let's say I am kind of vampire staying here, and again, because we have this strip box on this side, main light that side, I was always telling models to make sure they have head straight or that side, because if you turn it this way, it will the nose will cast shadow from this light, from that main one. So it was kind of important to keep track. But obviously people were moving and it was fine. So let's see. This is just few shots, and let's say I look this way. We'll check how shadows look, and then I look straight at this light, and then I look at the top, and then let's say I'm a little woman a little bit lower. So let's see what we get in here. Okay, the images are coming. Okay, so, well, crazy face, but you see the idea, right? We are getting these shadows, and this is what creates a non-flat look. And yep, this light. And again, if I turn my head to toward the main light, it's really good for skin. Well, for men it's not a big problem, but when you shoot a woman after 30, it's really good idea to have you know, that relatively high intense lighting on, like hitting directly cheeks, you know, the face. So, and if I turn it this way, yeah, well, actually it looks good, and especially because we have that strip box, it's not that bad. I remember I had some issues with shadows from the nose, but looks like I'm fine. And you see, that light creates nice texture on the costumes. I don't have fancy costume here, but it looks good, you know. Well, yeah, I like what I see. So, now let's turn off this and this light just to see what will happen if you have only main light. And this number's 4 and number 3. So I'm going to use my Cyber Commander to turn off number 4 and 3. 4 off, 3 off. So now we have one light there, and all these guys behind me, they didn't really play a role, like I said, it's only for coloring. Okay, I'm such a model. So let's see what's going on here. So what happened? Much more dramatic shadows, right? Because the reflector on that PLM umbrella is huge, it creates still really nice lighting, and actually very nice look if you need a little bit more drama. For men, like I said, it's fine, but when you shoot women, it's not always good to have that much of shadows, yeah, comparing to this shot. on a woman's face. If, let's say, if our model doesn't have good makeup and stuff like this. So what would happen if we add this light? Because I think it will be most dramatic look if we have only that main light and then the hair light, which is number 4. So let's turn it on and shoot, and we'll see. And actually we can a little bit adjust power a little bit up for this light. Okay? So I'm standing here. Let's say I'm looking straight at the camera, then straight on the light, and then that way. Okay. So what did we get? Nice, right? Probably almost as good as with 3 lights. Well, in many cases you will find it even better, I guess, right? But for my purposes, I would need that 3rd light on. And you've seen what it did. Let's turn it on number 3. Okay. So we have lights. Hello! And obviously it will create a brighter, it will produce much brighter face, which is good. Girls like it. And I like it too. Now, let me click. Yeah, you see, not big difference. Actually, not big difference between this and that. But again, for some type of skins, it's better. What will happen if we turn off the main light? So we have only age light, I mean the hair light, and this light. And let's see what will happen. No main light. Let's say I look this way. Then I look that way. And then I look directly on the light. And then actually I can stand like this. So it will be exactly at my face. Yeah, it's fun. It's a little bit darker, but you got the idea. Well, let's do this because it's only one light. Let me do again this series of shots. I'm just gonna raise the power of this light a little bit. Okay? So, this beauty dish on top, and especially when it's kind of wrapped with honeycomb grid, it's really cool. Yep, this kind of light. A lot of shadows under chin and under nose, everywhere, under eyes, but still a relatively dramatic look. And let's say if you would shoot vampire, that would be really cool, right? And you see, the good thing, it's almost total darkness of the studio, because this light doesn't spill much. Even that light, because I positioned it a little bit on the side, it was getting the most of impact was getting there, not on the background, which is good. Okay, so that was my little walkthrough on this Halloween lighting setup. Obviously, it will work for many different type of shots, portraiture in studio. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure follow me on Google+, Facebook, if you like stuff like this, YouTube. I post everything on 40g.com. This is my educational project. About 80% of tutorials are free there, and those stuff which is not free, actually you can get quite nice discount, 25% if you sign up to newsletter. I send emails probably a couple times per month, so it's nothing close to spam. And usually my newsletters about some deals I have, or let's say last time I sent newsletter to subscribers giving the free access to tabletop photography for beginners course. It closed, the course was open, everybody could join. We got students, then I locked it down because I want to work in like controllable amount of people. But again, subscribers get access to that part of the course because, well, I love my subscribers. So, if you like my stuff, make sure you do it. There is a form on the right side bar on the Photigy, and don't worry about spam. Okay? So, talk to you later. More stuff will be coming soon. And happy Halloween, guys! Let's have fun. Bye.